Although it's warming up and not technically the season, that won't stop many of you from heading out into the Peak District to experience God's own rock, the GRITSTONE. We're here at the Roaches for the next feature in our Respect the Rock campaign to give you all the knowledge. So sit tight, here's the download. Firstly, it's worth saying that the GRITSTONE, or grit, is a truly unique rock type, unlike anything else in the world. It's a hard, coarse-grained rock, and this rough surface provides outstanding friction, allowing you to stand on or grip the very smallest of features. The best time for the grit is over the winter months, when cooler temperatures can maximise friction. It goes without saying, like with all rock types, avoid when wet. Wet grit is weak grit. Give it plenty of time to dry out to avoid causing damage. So let's get this over with. Please, please, please use the designated parking spaces. If they're busy, you've got to move on and try another crag. Parking is one of the biggest bugbears for landowners in the area. Please be respectful and do your bit to help protect the delicate access agreements. Bouldering is booming. This increased footfall is having an effect on the rock and surrounding area. Please ensure to use a bouldering pad to minimise ground erosion and protect your fall. Also, please ensure you stick to the footpaths and avoid going out into the open moorland. There is some really delicate wildlife that needs protecting. In advance of your trip, make sure there aren't any restrictions by checking Natural England's open access website or the BMC's regional access database. Dogs in particular are allowed in the spring and early summer, but they need to be on a lead to avoid disturbing nesting ground birds and lambing. Due to the high friction of the rock, you can use minimal chalk, and when it comes to brushing, please do it gently and with a soft brush. Please avoid using tick marks. Not only are they unsightly, but they can really ruin the experience for the next climber. Working on your route reading, memory and observational skills will also pay dividends in the long run. There are loads of ways to minimise risk and land safely. Before you set off, make sure you read the route and place your pads in the optimal location for where you think you might fall. When using multiple pads, again, think about the places you might fall and avoid placing the gaps directly under fall zones as you may fall through. Finally, if you haven't been outside bouldering before, make sure you increase your height gradually and start on small boulders. You want complete peace of mind in your ability to land safely. We always recommend going out climbing with a partner, and having a spotter massively reduces your chances of injury. They can move pads into optimal locations, stack them for higher up, and ensure you land in the middle of the pad should you fall off. With all that adrenaline and nervous energy, you might feel the need for facilities to come on. If it does, make sure you use the designated toilets. But if an emergency strikes, be respectful, find a quiet place without disturbing anything, and take it home with you. Dog poo bags work a treat and take up no space in your bag. Chipping and the use of any kind of resin is strictly prohibited. It's never been a thing and is completely unacceptable anywhere you go. Barbecues, fires and stoves risk starting wildfires and are strictly prohibited. Please refrain from using any kind of open flame. Stick to the crag snacks and wait until you get home for that fresh cup of tea or three-course meal. The BMC has been doing some great work through their Hills to Ocean campaign. When you're all packed up and ready to leave, make sure you take your rubbish with you and pick up anything else you see on the way out. So those are our key points for bouldering here in the Peak District. For any further information on how to access the crag itself, please head over to the BMC website or the Regional Access database, and thank you for watching.